Been waiting too long, so I came back this time with a new song. Same old attitude, wanting y'all to sing along. What we talking about? Fill it up and put that thing on. Know we got that brown, holy water. Watch it, y'all sip it, merch, drop it. Black, bless it, la, pop it. Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Every Sunday at 7, yeah, you can't stop it. Like, share, follow, don't forget to comment. Getting baptized by every topic. Heard we the best, but I ain't the one that gossip. Brown, holy water, watch it. Yahweh, sip it, merch, drop it. Black, bless it, la, pop it. Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Brown, holy water, watch it. Yahweh, sip it, merch, drop it. Black, bless it, la, pop it. Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Brown, holy water, watch it. Yahweh, sip it, merch, drop it. Black, bless it, la, pop it. Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Brown Holy Water. It's your boy Handsome Lie in the building. June 3rd, day party. Get your tickets. It's a ticket event. Make sure y'all do that. But team, introduce yourself. Let's go.
Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Black Success. Like he said, Sunday, June 3rd. Meet us there. Sunday, June 3rd. I'll put the ticket link in the comments. Yeah.
It's your favorite tomboy, Danny, a.k.a. Georgie, whatever you want to call me.
Yo, it's Bad Gyal Tanya. I'm here.
And the call for is here. Today we have another dope show lined up for y'all today. We're going to start it off. We're going to talk about dating with children. Team, could y'all date someone with a kid? Yes or no? Why or why not? Talk your shit. Nobody wants to talk?
Yes.
Well, you have a kid, so it's like you obligated to.
Not necessarily.
Yes, you do. We're going to get
Not
to that
necessarily.
later. Yes, you do. We're going to get to that later. But go ahead. Yes, you could date somebody with a kid.
Yeah, I could date somebody with a kid. It's not a problem. I love kids, so it's not a big issue to me.
Black. Could you?
Can I date someone with a kid?
Yes.
I mean, depends on how you see it, Bob. You know? Can I? Yes. Will I? No.
Okay. I think you have the option because you have no kids.
Yeah.
Back to like what Danny was saying. I think people with kids shouldn't have the option of saying they couldn't date somebody without kids. Wait.
Okay, I was gonna jump. All right,
what time you go? Could you?
For a long time, I preferred guys with kids.
So you're 14 kids.
I prefer it.
Why?
Because I'm not ready for kids yet.
But if you get in depth, like relationship with the person, that's like your take on the kids.
Yeah, that's
also,
the hard
right?
part. That's the risk and the hardest part, just the attachment you get with the kid. But I prefer somebody with kids than somebody without kids, just because I'm in that space where I'm not ready to have kids yet. Mm-hmm. And this is my experience, like when you start dating people who don't have kids, especially men, after a certain age, after they start accomplishing certain things, they hit 25, 26, going into 30s, and they have no kids, they start having that void where they want they want kids to fill that void. And because I'm not there yet, it becomes a problem in the relationship. It's happened.
Okay.
It's happened.
I think for me, I say yes. Honestly, I probably wouldn't want to date somebody without kids. I think since I have kids, I have my only option probably is to date somebody with kids because they're going to really understand a lot of stuff that you're going through and your time management and everything. A single person with no kids really ain't trying to hear that shit. And they on the side where they don't have to hear that shit.
Rightfully so.
Exactly. So they're the
like,
people that can be like, well, I ain't dealing with you. All right, I respect that. Yeah, you respect that.
Yeah.
Now,
and
somebody like Danny.
And that's their right.
How she said, like, I don't think you should have the option to not date a person with kids if you have kids.
But some people,
I think you should automatically have to, like, you can't say I'm not dating a dude with kids if you have kids.
Preference.
It's
preference,
when you got kids.
But it is, yes, you can, because what if you don't want to deal with anybody else's kids? You can't, like, some people may feel like you can't chastise somebody else's child the way you can chastise your child. Like, you might have a different outlook on somebody, like, with somebody else or whatever. So just say, for instance, you do things this way and they may do things, they may parent this way, you may parent this way, and that could cause a clash. So some people might not want to deal with that. So it's like, I don't want to deal with anybody else's kids because I got my own kids and now I got to take on more kids. What if they only want one child and then you have a child, which means that now they have two kids that they have to deal with. If you guys decide to be together or be serious or something like that, that might be too much for them. So they should have an option.
Or some people just don't know how to blend a family well.
Yeah.
Just bringing two sets of people together, it could be good, but it could also be problematic.
Yeah.
I don't know. You seem like to me it just seemed like real hypocritical to date looking for a person with no kids when you got kids, when you come with kids.
It depends on your reason, though. It depends on the reason you're looking like.
With no kids.
No, they really don't.
You got to deal
say
with
they kinda do, but then
everything
they don't.
of that
When
person.
come around want kids,
But
they looking stupid.
No, because the dude that come around with kids, that was never the conversation.
No,
he ended
kids.
up hitting, and then now she found out he had kids. But most of them, when you read the descriptions of what their preference is, I'd rather deal with a guy with no kids. But then it's, the question, the shoe got to get put on the other foot. Is that guy trying to deal with you? And that's where it also become preference. So on one side, it's preference. On the other side, they become victims because they say, oh, just because I have kids and not acting like I'm not dateable. No, this person is saying the same thing you're saying, but in a different way for his own reason. Mm-hmm. You want to deal with a man that have no kids because you have kids and it's less headache, less issues, whatever. And he's thinking, I'm not walking into that, dealing with your kids and your baby daddy, and then what I can
I don't want to deal with
do.
the baby mama.
I don't want to deal with the restrictions of what I can and cannot do.
The biggest problem is just that other person that's going to always be around who's already in the picture. And you find not a lot of adults can be adults or co-parent properly, and that's where the problem comes in. It's not necessarily the child or even them having somebody else who they have a kid with. It's just you never know what that relationship is like and how that person takes in somebody else in your life, because you got to understand that once you start dating somebody, they adapt a pseudo parent role in your kid's life too. If you're seriously dating somebody, they're gonna be around your child, they're gonna be going out with them, they're gonna be sharing certain things, and not a lot of people can handle that or know how to deal with that or see it as something positive. So that's why I think a lot of people avoid just the whole idea of kids together, because they're avoiding that other adult that's gonna have a say in the relationship. And it's that, I think that's the main thing what people are avoiding.
And not even just having a say, it's what if you have drama? Like, what if your significant other has baby mama drama or baby daddy drama, something like that? Like, people think about that as well. Like, y'all not getting along, so they're clearly not going to get along with me. That's how some people think. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't have a good relationship with them, then we're not going to have a good relationship, because off the back, I'm here for you. So if there's a problem with her, then you know what I mean? Or there's a problem with him, then there's going to be a problem with me and that person because they're not respecting you or whatever that situation may be.
And, it's usually hard for co-parents to co-parent unless both have moved on, from what I've seen. When both have moved on and are in new relationships, that's when they don't mind, oh, what you want to do? Oh, go ahead. That's when everyone is the nicest. But if one moved on and one didn't, it's hurtful.
Or just the thought of somebody else being around your child, like she said,
the pseudo parent role.
Like it could be both, because you just never know. Some people, their ego or whatever, or their hurts are in the way of that. Whereas like I don't want nobody. They're thinking I don't want nobody else taking care of my child. You're not the mom or you're not the dad or whatever it is, and that becomes a problem within itself.
And that's pretty stupid, because if you don't have a problem with nothing else, if you don't got a problem with me taking him to school every morning,
but they might have a problem with that too.
Making sure he's healthy, making sure he's good, taking him to the ball court, playing all the other roles, you can't have a problem with. You can't pick and choose. You either have a problem, and if you have that problem, you should have stayed in the house. Then
Facts.
you want to be the husband or you want to be the wife. You should have stayed with the person. If you're that pissed off by someone else coming in, you should have stayed with the person. Because this motherfucker's only doing the job that you walked away from. So now you can't be picky about how I do the job. This is a job you turned it down, nigga. You quit. So now I'm here. You can't tell me how to do this, son. You can't. You gotta be happy that someone's willing to do it for your son or for your daughter or for whatever. You know what I mean? You got to be happy someone willing to wake up every day and take care of something that they know is not theirs, that they know could walk away.
That's true. But there's also the element of, even if you don't mind somebody being around your child, like as a parent, I imagine, and speaking to my friends who are parents, they have that thing in the back of their head is like, what if, like, what are this person's vices? Are they really like an evil person down inside? Are they really taking care of my kid properly? You know, are they taking out the whatever they have on my child? You know, they're trying to spite me through my kid. Like, people have that. People think about that too. They'll welcome another person somebody's out. They're glad you find somebody. They're glad that, you know, ideally you're trying to find somebody to be around my child. But there's also that element of, are they really taking care of my kid? Like wholeheartedly, genuinely, or they just using them as an abuse outlet?
But the other question is, are you taking care of them? Because if you have all these questions from the outside, you ain't inside.
And my thing is, I want to know who's around my kid. Like,
Like,
you know
how
what
do
I
you
mean?
feel?
I don't have
You
to
got
be
kids
best
too,
friends
man.
with you. I want to
you
know
need a
who's
certain
around my
relationship.
kid.
We have
Yeah.
a lot of chip in
Yeah,
there.
go
Long
ahead.
listen,
Go ahead. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Yeah, chip
He ain't
in
talk
there.
last week.
Give us a little bit, La.
Go ahead,
How
La.
you feel?
I want to go to the next one.
Nah. Tell me how you feel about that.
I don't know. I forgot the question.
How do
You got the
better
question
put your
right in
hands
front of you.
How do you feel about dating people with kids and then
I said,
and then other people being around possibly your kids?
From a personal standpoint,
Yes. How would you feel
What's your
about
opinion,
another,
La?
let's say another woman coming into your life and, you know, parenting your kids, helping to parent, or maybe got different style parenting of what you're used to? Because I can tell you now, your son just snitched on you outside. But I ain't gonna tell you what he told me to do.
I don't know. Like, I can't call it. I don't know. It's weird. I can't answer that. I don't know.
I don't understand that. I
Wow,
don't
you
understand
are a
that.
Chris
grown
Browning.
man.
I don't know.
Chris Browning.
What do you mean you don't know? You don't know how you would react to another woman
Or another man.
what are you talking about? Another
No, I'm
woman?
saying like another woman as far as, or another man
Oh,
on the
got you.
other side.
On the other side. Okay.
Nah.
We both was like, what the fuck is that?
Nobody's gonna parent my kids. I parent my kids. Like, so I don't understand. Like, even when you were saying, I didn't cut you off, but like, in some situations it's like that, where the other parent is gone, and you really can't have no complaints. But if you're in your children's lives all day, every day, like, I talk to my kids all day, every day.
But
Is
just
that
say as an
realistic, though?
example.
But
Like, to be in their lives all day, every day, especially if you're employed. Like,
I mean, I'm a presence, physically, emotionally.
I understand
I'm
that.
around. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's not like, where's daddy? Daddy's located, drop of a dime. So
so if somebody, like, if the mother of your kids, like, gets close to somebody else, they have to be away from your kids because you're around?
damn, like I said, I don't know how to answer that, yo.
You're not in that
They
space
could be
yet.
I guess they could be a good role model or whatever, but
As far
I'm
as
around.
parenting, call
yeah,
me.
I'm around. I'm still here.
Call
Like,
me.
So
Yeah.
he don't.
I
He
understand.
doesn't.
Teacher conference.
Basically, what you're saying, he don't got to go full throttle. He don't got to go.
No,
the
absolutely.
whole
I can
They don't have
understand
to.
that.
Nowhere
But
has
he
to be
could
no
play. He
parents to
could
my
play the
children.
20 within the house or whatever within the house.
I agree.
Yeah,
He got to play the 20.
Yeah.
But the 80.
he could be a positive
I'm a-
role model around, but you're not daddy.
Right. Yeah,
Daddy's
you're not
still
there.
here. Daddy
Right,
here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
You could be
That's
like
Issues
uncle.
happen. It's not like it's on him.
Yeah,
You know,
puberty.
They got to
son got
call
a girl
you.
problem. Yeah, call me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't. I've been alright, man. I can
I
take
feel
care.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I understand that 100%.
But all right, what do you think is the more difficult, dealing with the other child, or like if you dealing with their children, or dealing with the other parent?
Say that again?
Like if you dating somebody with kids,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Y'all getting serious. You think it's more difficult dealing with their kids or dealing with the kid's mother?
Man, it all depends. I'm just thinking about my experiences, and I've only had positive experiences in these situations. So maybe my answer might sound a little bit unrealistic to some people, but for me, the difficulty was just kind of, I'd say the kid, but it was just kind of trotting that area where it's like, I'm in your life, but I'm not your mom. I'm in your life, but I'm not fully in your life. Just kind of setting that up. I found that was like the hardest thing, because you want to be there for them, but you gotta understand that you can't overstep certain boundaries. So the relationship between me and the child was the most difficult one. I've always gotten along really well with the adults, and I always kind of knew where my limits were. But kids don't understand that, especially when they're very young, because I've been around like 2 and 3 year olds, like who really don't have that cognition, let's say like a 12 or 13-year-old would, to understand certain differences. The 3-year-old want to be so extra loving all the time. I always want to be upon you. I've been in a situation where the 3-year-old wanted to sleep in the same bed with me, and it was just kind of that line right there was just like the hardest thing for me personally. It wasn't like a negative thing, but it was just kind of setting that up and establishing that where the line is.
Okay. Black.
What's harder between the dealing with the children or dealing with the other parent?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say the other parent, because kids are kids. You know, kids are kids. Once you play the role of a parent, whether biological or custodial, kids will adapt and they'll be kids, like, you know, so that's not finna change. Now the other parent, they may have their own views on you or reason to try to, you know, have the person you're dating look at you a certain way or a certain image they don't want around their kid or whatever. I could see that being a bigger issue of trying to. You got to think of when you date someone with kids, you know, and I've dated people that had kids, and in the worst case scenario, you gotta please everyone. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone gotta like you. Mm-hmm. The kids gotta be receptive. The person you're dating gotta feel like they gotta like you and like the way you are around the kid. The person they decide to have kids with that they no longer would, they gotta like you and want you around their kids. The parents that parents that actually babysit when this one want to go turn up and go shake her hiney or whatever, they gotta like you. And so I think it's more of that. It's more of that build up. That damn, I gotta be such on your best behavior, like that first 90-day probation at a freaking new job. Like, you know, some people will deal with it and some people won't. You know what I mean? That's basically how I see it, man. But yeah, the other parent could weigh heavily, because if the other parent don't like you, let's say the other parent's like, I don't fuck with, now you ain't gonna have no black success next to my kid. He be throwing parties and shit. He be in the strip club. Nah, my son ain't gonna be in the. Some people could look at that as a negative thing. Mm-hmm. And now this person says it every day to his baby mama. Now his baby mama is not really saying it to me, but now it's 2-3 weeks in. Now she's saying silly shit like, yeah, you need to start finding other hustles, and she's getting it out there in a different way because she keep hearing it. So it could affect you that way, and now it become a bigger issue because she's not telling you the full story. You understand? So yeah, I definitely say the other parent.
I think I'll probably say the kids. Depends how old the kids are, because I guess coming in trying to, like you said, establish yourself as the partner and somebody that's going to try to be around is probably weird, unless, especially if the other parent is dead. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be harder for you, the job, for them to like you or whatever. Yeah. So I'm saying you ain't really got to have a rapport with the other parent. Like if it's a mutual co-parenting situation, you really ain't got nothing to do with it.
It depends, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if the other parent is on, let's say, child support or paying out of his own pocket, let's say there's no courts involved, he give a certain amount of money. Mm-hmm. His decision matters. Everyone's not risking that for their new boo. His decision on who's around his kids, who's in the house he's helping to pay for, who's eating up the groceries that he's chipping in for, his decision matters heavily, way more than you. And a lot of people rather play single way before they play, you know, matchmaker or you know, let me go see what's out there, because they don't want to lose the support of their partner, and that makes sense. So yeah.
That shit don't matter. Chicks ain't losing no support, bro.
It's mad dudes that stop giving chicks money once they find a boyfriend, as if the kid left.
Oh, but that's just them being petty. That's why their say
or liking of you matters. Because
And
if
that's-
you're gonna
That's
stop
fine,
supporting
but-
your kids because I'm in the picture now, then I'm affecting the way she gets to mother.
But you shouldn't affect it. He's still the father at the end of the day. It doesn't.
But
Your
people
mom,
are petty every day of the week.
but you shouldn't be
So
petty
it
towards
shouldn't
the
have nothing to
kid.
do
That-
with the person. Though.
That's-
She
At
could
the
be
end of the day,
father
if you
and
petty-
he still don't want to give her no money now.
I don't got
He's a
time.
doctor, he's doing good.
So
He
this
not-
don't
look,
happen.
We're not
It
saying it
happens.
doesn't.
I never went through
Shit
that.
happen all the time.
We're not saying it doesn't, but that's no excuse
And
to,
I had
to
a
step out
boyfriend
on
after,
fatherhood. I'm just
and
saying.
I never went through that. At the end of the day, if you're a father, I've always explained, my son has his father in his life. Like, you don't have to play that role as a dad. So to me, I think, well, for me, when it comes to the children, like La said, depending on the age, it depends on the age. I think it will probably be more with the significant other, because like you said, it depends on, if how they feel about you being around their children and everything like that, and you have to deal with that. Do I think that you have to have a relationship with them? You don't have to, but there has to be some type of understanding between the other parent, and whoever you decide to date, because this person is going to be active in your child's life. I believe in boundaries because I am a parent. So I tread, lightly when it comes to those children. I don't try to play nobody's parent at all. I wouldn't try to play anybody's parent, but I don't think that the children would be a big issue unless you got some badass kids. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, be some badass kids in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Definitely be some badass kid.
But that's all about how that other person parents too, because that plays. If you have a badass kid, that's your parenting. You know what I mean? So you gotta question that as well. Like, you know what I mean? If you running around with badass kids, what are you doing as a parent? You know what I mean? And then I have to come in and I feel like I need to discipline your kid because I wasn't brought up like that, and my kids don't act like that. But your kids act like this. Those are things that, come into play. So.
Yeah, 1,000.
All right, they say when you have a child with someone, you always gotta have sex with them. Do you feel that Do you feel that people with children are more prone to go back or cheat with the other parent?
Yeah, that's common sense.
No.
That's common sense.
I say no.
Okay, everybody explain.
It depends on the
Two
relationship
no's
they
and-
have with the person in the past. Some people have really shitty relationships.
Some
with the
people
person
hate
they
their
have
baby
kids.
father and baby
Some
mothers.
people legitimately do.
That's true. But people
Like-
like norm. People like what's normal. People like when you tell people go behind door number A and door number B. If they behind A, if they've been through A 5 or 6 times, listen, a lot of people gonna go through A again. No matter what the experience was, they're gonna go through A again. Just because people don't like to find out. People don't like new beginnings. So if you're
The fuck I
horny
broke up
and you
for?
just want to get one off, yeah, I see you double backing way before you go to the club and go find a new boo or go to Facebook and answer one of your DMs.
But I think
if
that's-
you're doing that.
So
you
what if
bugged
you're
the
not
fuck
doing
out.
nothing?
Huh?
What if you're not doing
I
nothing?
doubt anyone not doing nothing.
But they
That's
could be
just me.
the person just hasn't closed that door, or they still got feelings for them. That's the only reason you want to go back and start fucking somebody else, because you just not over them. You're not done with them.
Because y'all broke up for a reason. Y'all not together for a reason. So you going backwards for what? Just for sex?
People go backwards all the time.
If you go back,
Every day
it
of the
means
week.
that door ain't closed. You
Yeah,
can't go back through a
exactly.
closed door.
I agree.
You can't walk through a closed
I
door.
agree.
Some
I'm
people
just
don't have
saying.
no doors. They live in a loft. They live in a loft, open
Man,
space. Yeah. Don't get that shit twisted, homie. For real.
I don't think
Walking
so,
in
though.
Circles.
If
I
the
don't
relationship
think
is
so
over,
either.
I don't think
they're not
so.
going back. That's how I feel. If it's truly over,
Exactly.
they're not going back.
These day and age, I seen on both sides that niggas just like be hating their baby mothers, wouldn't touch her with a stick, and vice versa. Chicks be hating their baby fathers.
But
so
it doesn't even have to be about hating. That door is just closed. You just moving forward. You might not hate them. It might not be nothing. Like, I'm just over you. I'm done with you. And I don't want nothing to do with you. In all respect. It don't have to be a hate.
I think you gotta hate them probably to
You don't.
officially keep
I
it
don't-
closed.
No, you don't need to hate
From
someone.
personal experience, you don't have to hate somebody to move forward. Door
understand
closes, the
it's
door
over.
closes. That's it. You're my ex for a reason.
Black.
I agree with y'all. I ain't in no shoes.
Why you so quiet today, Black? You're not so
Chilling,
chipper.
man.
What's going
Chilling.
on?
We talking about shit that I don't got nothing to do with me.
That's a fact.
I ain't in no shoes. Man.
I ain't know.
It's completely
no shoes,
hypothetical.
homie.
Right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
All right, so let's switch on to something that we all probably went through
What's up?
at a point in our lives in a relationship in our time. Let's talk about like sexual dissatisfaction.
Dissatisfaction.
Yeah. How do you respectfully tell your partner they aren't pleasing you?
Yeah, I'm not being pleased. Like
That's respectfully. That's how you gonna come to shorty. You gonna tell shorty like, after y'all just finished sex, you gonna roll over like, I wasn't pleased.
Oh, nah. You gotta say, nah. A woman. You see,
How do you-
it's different.
I'm saying,
It's
yeah.
different. A woman and a man is different.
How do you
So,
tell shorty she's not doing nothing? Like she's. Not
I would
getting it
say,
right?
hey, let's try new things. Let's try
Right.
something different. Let's do this.
Right.
Hey,
That's what
try
you
it. I just seen this the other day. I heard about this. I'll make up a whole story. Yo, Kevin Hart just did an interview. He said his girl shit. I make up a whole story to make it sound good. Because you can't bruise her. You bruise her ego, you might not get sex for a minute. You know what I mean? She might mentally want to cheat on you now. Yeah, oh, this nigga ain't happy. I'm gonna find somebody happy with this pussy. So you gotta act like, yo, you listen, I'm happy already. I'm happy. Just trying to add a little bacon on the side of the pancakes. That's all I'm trying to do. Try to put a little spice on it. So yeah, that's what I would do. I would just say, yo, let's try
So
something.
you hit it with the let's try something new.
Yeah, let's
line.
try something down.
What you mean?
I wanna
What
see
you
how
mean
this
try
goes.
something new? Like
I just want to see how this go. Just see how this go real quick. You got to blame it on you. You can't never blame her. You know how that go. You know women, man. You can't blame
It
her.
sounds like a man's perspective.
Yeah, I'm a
I
man.
I think
I'm
a
just a
guy's
man.
no. What I'm saying is like I
gotta
think a
give it-
guy's ego would be hurt, and I think a woman's feelings may be hurt in that situation. Not her ego. Like I don't think she would be like, "What if I'm not pleasing you? I'll find somebody else that I please." I
Woman's
feel like
ego-
a man would say something like
A
that.
woman ego would be hurt way more than a man. I'm gonna tell you why. Women have vaginas, but so much you can, you know what I mean, do with that. Dudes
What?
is
But so much you could do with a penis.
That's not.
Nah,
Let him
nah.
finish. I gotta hear this.
dudes
I wanna hear
is
this.
performing. Most people that's having sex, most dudes are doing
It's the dudes
70,
doing it.
70, maybe 80%
80%.
of the work. So the
All you
dude
doing
is
is
why
going
it's gonna
in and
hurt
out.
y'all.
A girl can do this.
No,
Come
no,
on.
no.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Sex is all about the man. We always
Hey,
say
we
sex is all
forgot.
about the man.
Everybody got diamond put. Yo,
Nobody
sex-
Nobody
No,
said that.
But
That's
listen,
not what was
listen,
said.
This is my
Forgot.
point. This is my point. Dudes in majority of are doing 70 to 80% of the work.
Correct.
So it's not hurting him. He's getting off no matter what. You're just basically telling him, hey, this is what I would like instead of what you're doing. I would like this. Because he's basically fucking you on what he think works based off of what worked the last time.
And
Or
that's
you know
why
what I
it's
mean?
gonna
Past
hurt
experience.
him.
Nah, it's
That's
not
why it's
gonna
gonna hurt him
changing,
if I
changing his
say-
routine. Nigga got changed
because-
for every coochie. But
because-
at the end of the day, what I am saying is this. See, a woman that's only doing 20 to 30% of the work, you tell her that 20 or 30% is like, she's lost because she's already not doing nothing. So she's like, what else can I do? I'm already not doing nothing. Know what I mean? Now she got what Shorty said, the what's the name pussy? What the pussy they got throw away? The thing.
So the throwaway.
Yeah, the throwaway pussy. What's that? Insecure. What she said? What kind of pussy they had on that show?
Broken pussy.
Yeah, they had broken pussy.
Throwaway.
Throw your
Throw away.
pussy away. Your pussy broke. You doing 20 to 30%, and he's still not. He's still like, what is this? Like, nah, you're just supposed to be water, baby.
Listen to me.
Go,
The
Tanya.
reason why I think it could go both ways. I think both people can be equally offended because every nigga think they got the magic stroke. Every bitch swears she got good pussy. I've never spoken to a person like, yeah, my pussy's kind of average or my shit whack.
My dick trash.
I just be like,
I
whatever.
don't care. My shit
I don't be
trash.
like, my shit is-
Heard.
nah,
I have
it is
never
what it
heard in
is.
my entire
Black
almost
success, got
30.
that thing. Got that
Nah.
thing.
My shit trash, bro.
Damn.
Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
regular.
jury,
I hang my shit
Exhibit
up.
A. So,
Right.
I
I'm
have
regular.
never heard a woman say her shit is average. I've never heard a man think his dick is average or his shit is whack. So if you tell anybody, like, even if they appreciate the honesty, they'll still feel some type of way that they didn't please you. And if they like you, they should feel some
How
type of
would
way.
you tell
I'm finessing that shit like Black said. Let's try something new. I'm not gonna say I wasn't pleased, because that's gonna open up a whole door of just evil shit.
Yeah.
It's not what you say, it's how you say
He fuck
it.
around, start telling you about everything he don't like
How
about
you try
Facts.
something new like a Minute Man? Like,
We just try different things, like
as
you
soon
know,
as you get going, it's like over. Like,
Damn.
this shit
I
over.
didn't even get a chance.
you
That's
know,
not-
short,
but that's how
like
it's
lengthen foreplay.
That's out of his power. If he's a Minuteman, that's out of his
Nah,
power.
that's,
Nah,
that's
you
not
can
how
lengthen
you
foreplay.
can fix that.
Under
It's a
45
mental thing.
seconds.
It's
You
a
can
mental
fix
thing.
that. You can't fix your size. You can
Switch
fix
up-
how long you last.
Switch
kid.
up your foreplay.
Or
If,
put a
if
condom
he
on.
got an issue, put on a condom, do some shit. Nope.
How would you
Play with some toys and some shit, like.
tell your partner?
I wouldn't tell him. I would just try to manipulate situations during sex and have him try new things during sex, during foreplay and talk.
So what do you ask you where you learn
How
that new
can
shit
you
from?
try?
It's not learn new shit. Listen,
How could you? How could you say?
didn't do
Actually,
that
ain't
last
try
time.
new things. If
but I'm not gonna say let's try new
No,
things.
if the problem is, as soon as he getting in, you come in like 20 seconds. What new things could you try?
That's
have
a
to tell him,
different
like,
story.
Listen, my man, you got to get this shit right.
That's a different story.
What
If
you
you
talking
coming
about?
fast, you might have to get one off before we have sex.
You would have to tell
Right.
him that.
That I don't have no problem.
You just
I
said
would
you
tell
would
you,
tell him.
if you a Minuteman, you know you're a Minuteman. Like that is
Don't
something
tell
you
him go
can't.
like
But there's
this.
nothing wrong
No,
with that.
you know
There's nothing
exactly.
wrong
I'd
with
be like, damn, it was like,
If
you know what I
you're a
mean? We'll
Minuteman,
joke
you
about
would-
it.
if you're
Yes,
a
I
Minuteman,
would. Yes, I
You
would.
would tell him that.
Yeah, I
He's a minute
would.
man, you give him head and make him buzz nut the first time and then go in the second time.
But he might have.
if he
He
can't
might have
get back
got one
up?
off before that.
It's okay being a minute. Listen. Minutes count.
Some people only got 60 seconds in them.
Minutes. Like, you gonna be mad. Imagine people punch you in your head for a whole minute. 60.
Facts,
That's gonna feel like an hour to you.
Listen,
Back in the day,
if I didn't get off and
You can
you
make
came
rice
fast,
out of it.
I'm gonna make a joke out. I'm gonna say something like, "Damn,
can't
like I
make a
couldn't."
joke out of
Yes,
minutes,
you
man.
can. It
Time
could be.
is money,
We could
though,
laugh
bro.
about it too. We could laugh about it
Gotta go
together.
get
It's
this
like
money.
somebody falling asleep after sex. Like you could laugh about it
Falling
together.
asleep was a good thing.
I didn't say it wasn't a good
That's
thing,
a
but
good-
I'm just saying, like,
No,
you
I'm
might,
saying, if somebody
you might
fall
want to get
asleep-
another one off and they sleep.
If somebody falling asleep, your 20 or 30% was worth it. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
That's a fact.
My
Gotta
thing
go.
is, if it's a performance situation, I don't think I have to say let's try something new. I mean, if it depends on what the situation is, I feel like I can manipulate the situation where we're actually trying something new during sex. There's a whole bunch of things that happen during sex. So at the end of the day, you can manipulate a situation because a guy is he wants to please you. So you know what I mean? You can talk sensual. You could tell him to do certain things. You get what I'm saying? And you can get your pleasure through that. And then you give him a little good moan or something
So,
like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, I think what Danny is trying to say is that she's gonna guide him
Facts.
and stroke his ego at the
Facts.
same time, so
Yes.
that he could feel like it's his decision.
Yes.
So basically, she gonna be in a doggy style and be like, "Baby, I think you're gonna hit it better from this side," and then he gonna move this side like this, baby.
Yes,
baby, just move
right
a little bit
there.
more. And then he gonna do
Exactly.
like this. He gonna think he got the big thing, and he don't. She just trying to, position herself
Facts.
to compensate for his small package,
Facts.
basically.
So fellas, you ever fuck Danny? She telling you what to do. Your shit trash. What you giving me the whole menu? Like what the fuck? Well, how would you feel if somebody told you your shit was trash though?
It
Or
would
you're not pleasing them?
it would hurt my ego, yes. But
Why do you have an ego?
I don't know, I just do.
I didn't know women have them.
Yeah, I have one.
Ego's the enemy.
It is. But
Wouldn't
it is
that
what it
make
is.
you a pansexual?
No, it wouldn't make me if he told me my shit was trash, it would hurt my ego, but it will also give me a boost to want to do better. Cause now it's a challenge. So now I gotta figure out ways. Like I'm asking questions like, so what's trash about it? Like, you know what I mean? Talk to me. Tell me what it is, and then I'm gonna go try to, you know what I mean, get some new moves. That's it. That's how that works.
I think it depends on who's telling me my shit is trash. Because if I don't really care about you, I don't care if you think my shit is trash. Like, yeah,
You might have got trash on purpose.
yeah, facts. Like you could have been just a nut I was about to jerk off to, but you offered pussy, so.
Happens.
Yeah, so
Happens every time.
you might get the lazy stroke until, you know what I'm
every
saying? But if somebody I cared about told me, then I have to go above and beyond
Motherfuckers being
ability.
Oh, you got an ego.
Your shorty tell you that? Motherfuckers in the
Not
gym,
ego. It's just like if I plan
working on
on
legs
having
and
sex
back.
with you a lot, I got to make sure it's good. Like,
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? If I ain't planning on having sex with you that many times, if I give you like the C+ dick and you're not happy, it's like, all right. Like I was only gonna give you like 2 more times, maybe. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I think for a man, it depends on how much he care about you, or how much effort he gonna try to put in for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what if he put in all the effort and it just ain't hitting?
Then that's just something he
You
just
ain't the
can't
one.
do. Yeah.
That was his preference.
Facts.
To not give it to you.
You might want the extra
I said,
porno
what if he
package.
put
He only
it
came
all-
with the,
yeah.
the, you know what I'm saying, Deuce Diggler package and shit. You know what I mean? But you know, that's my take. How about you?
You got to blame the pussy too, man. Because sometimes
Oh
it's the
my
pussy.
God.
That's
pussy
what
be-
make you perform.
Sometimes that's true. That shit
That's
don't
what
make you don't want to.
When that shit good, you want to put on a show.
But what
bro.
if it's a foreplay too? That makes you want to put on the show because you know getting
Sometimes
you
the
up
foreplay-
there. You know what I mean? Getting you
Yeah,
up there,
you
and
gotta
then you
get
up there
up
is
to
like fuck
imagination
it.
time.
Because when your mental is up there,
I'm gonna tell you
his
something.
mental might be
Yeah,
up
I'm gonna
there.
give you one of the men's secret, right?
Man code,
It's like-
man
Yeah,
code.
it's bad code right here.
Let me see.
So-
Let me see if you telling the truth.
So, German foreplay is when a man begins to foreshadow what he actually want to do to you.
First of
during
all,
sex.
what's foreplay?
Foreplay is anything without insertion or
Penetration.
Oh, head.
That's head is foreplay.
Head is foreplay.
Head is foreplay.
huh?
Head is
Head
not
is
foreplay.
foreplay.
Head is foreplay,
not.
baby.
Head is not.
Head is
I thought head is
foreplay.
fellatio and kind of
Head
niggas.
can-
So
Head
if
is
they
not
give you
foreplay.
head, if they give you head for like 3 seconds, or not 3 seconds, like say they give you head for a little
Head
while,
is not
right
foreplay.
before you
Head
are
is not
about to.
foreplay.
That's
Yes,
foreplay.
it is.
Black sexual intercourse by definition is it's penetration.
Okay.
Nah, son. Head
Your
is not
whole
foreplay.
life.
My phone
To
died.
me,
Head
to
is
me,
foreplay.
all right, I'm sorry. To me,
You
Head
know
is-
why?
head is not
So
You
what's
know,
foreplay
listen,
to you?
that's black.
Like
Black.
kissing?
So
Like
black.
kissing
Black.
titties.
Black.
You know what
The
I mean?
reason-
Like
That's part of it,
Black.
too.
Warming up the car. You know how like
Head
in
is
the
warming
winter,
up the car,
too.
You know in the winter,
Black.
If you
when
don't
your car, you gotta
Black.
auto start for 10 minutes.
It's foreplay if the person alone is getting pleasure.
What?
But some girls, they be moaning this shit when they
You
be sucking
enjoy
dick.
it, but you're not
'Cause
gonna
they're getting
bust a
pleasure
nut.
from sucking dick.
That's what I'm saying.
They're enjoying
We
it,
both
pleasing
with
you. They're enjoying pleasing you. But
both
no bitch, if a bitch suck your dick and bust a nut, she on a different level. Son.
Nah, that's the ones you keep.
Yeah, that's the
a
devil.
different
I want the
level.
devil in my
Nah,
life.
it's something that be
I want
sucking
the
niggas.
devil
That
in
pussy is
pride.
super wet and all that shit.
But that's getting turned on. That's not an orgasm.
Sometimes they might.
But my thing, what I was trying to say, we got to interrupt me with all this definition shit. Yeah, little pre-SAT.
Head is foreplay, though. We can't carry
one
on,
little
carry
SAT.
on.
Now everybody smart. Now. Listen,
Head
so
is foreplay, but
so
carry
it's
on.
like German foreplay is when a man foreshadows what he wants to do during that sexual experience. And if your foreplay is not hyping him up, then he's thinking about getting the fuck out of there. He's like, yeah, all right, man.
Women are the same way.
Get the fuck out. So this is why I say you got to blame it on the pussy, because if the pussy and the foreplay is lit, then he's like, I'm about to go in.
But that goes
And-
both ways.
Yeah, it does. But I'm just saying, if he does not perform on you, then whatever you did prior to him performing on you, you failed. You failed.
Is that true?
Any man, listen, in the NBA, anyone can have a 30-point game. Anyone can have a hot night. So anyone. It's about what coach could bring it out of them. Ooh, that's Oladipo was not a star last year, son. He
But
was
it's not
a
about
star
the 30
last
points.
year.
It's about the performance while you're getting that 30 points.
Yeah,
that
but
lights it up.
his
Because you
30
could
look
get
good.
30
His
points.
30 be looking good, son.
You could get 30
He get
points,
you
but
threes.
it got to look good.
Yeah. It got to feel good. It don't got to look good. It got to feel good. Sex is ugly. It got to feel good. Sex is one ugly thing. So.
It is.
Yeah,
I'll give you one of my sex tapes. You're going to run out of it. Oh, my God.
So, of course-
Papi chocolate. Yeah, what you saying?
Real tired.
So of course I'm gonna feel some type of way, because if I like you, of course I want to please you, and then to find out I wasn't pleasing you is gonna make me feel some type of way naturally, because I care about you. Like you guys were saying, depends on how you feel about the person and what kind of like what kind of pedestal you have them on. But I'm gonna find out what the fuck you want. Like I need to know. Okay, well if I'm not pleasing you, I know you could be pleased. What is it you like? and we go from there.
It sounds like women have a bigger ego than men.
Yep.
We do.
This is what it sounds like,
Yep.
right?
We do.
That's why they always unhappy.
Listen to me. Look how women react.
Sound like men is
whenever
like, we could take an L on
look
some
how
sex.
women
Y'all
react
couldn't, though.
'Cause y'all
whenever
used to taking L's.
any song comes on in the club
yeah, we
and the
are.
reference is good pussy.
talking about
Every bitch go wild in that crazy. For me, when you're in a club and
Yeah.
a song comes on about how good your pussy is, how wet your pussy is, look, every woman sings that shit loud and they go mad hard. The average woman thinks her shit is lit.
And the
So if
average
you
woman
gonna
shit
tell
ain't lit.
somebody
It's crazy.
that they shit not lit, it's gonna hurt them. You don't know lies niggas told
You should
before.
know your shit is not lit. If
If you have a motherfucker lying to you,
you ain't going to Peter Luger or Noble, listen, you got the regular schmegler shorty.
The nigga never paid a bill.
If nobody trying to pay your bill every month,
Facts.
if he not forcing himself to pay the bill, if he not sitting in traffic, I just sat in traffic, my dude, for no reason to go get this girl. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. Shit, I had no reason to go get her just now. And I mean, we gonna get my baby if I go to podcast real quick. So it's those things that'll let you know you got it. You either have it or you don't. But when you have it, you gonna know you have it. You gonna know. They gonna treat you like it. Them endorsements start to kick in.
Do you feel like it's the
Commercials
same
start
thing
to
for a
kick in.
man?
What?
Do you
What?
feel like women like
Yes.
you think that's
When
true?
you the
Women-
one, you the one.
I'm
A
talking about as
woman
far
will
as
let
sex.
you know.
We talking about as far as sex.
As far, what do you mean? Ask me the question.
Like
properly.
you're basically saying that if
When you-
if your shit is on point, like you're gonna know, like as
Life-
far as
life
you're
get
gonna
easier. Yes.
So you feel like with women, if your sex is dope, like you're gonna
Your
know.
life
like
should get easier. With whoever's benefiting off of this dope sex, your life should get easier. If your life is not getting easier,
That's not how it
someone's
works
lying to
over here.
someone.
That's not how it works.
Someone's lying to
But
someone.
that's not how it works over
If
here.
your sex is dope,
You
your
can have
life
dope
get
sex. That don't mean
easier.
I'm gonna wanna fucking
All right.
jump out the
can
window
just
for
hear me?
you.
Can you just listen to me? The number one selling car right now is Mercedes Benz. It's a dope car. It's reliable.
There you go.
It drives good. It's smooth. It sells like hotcakes. Number two is Toyota. It's reliable. You
Toyota.
understand? So let me just understand. You're telling me you got Mercedes Benz and nobody's leasing? Nobody's financing? Doesn't sound right. Sound like a Subaru, boo. Hello.
That's not what I was
That
saying
good.
is.
That was good.
If a woman gets good dick, you think that she's just gonna like
If
that
she
means
gets
that
good
she's good.
dick?
Like if you giving her good, like he's saying that
Women do anything for good dick.
that's
Blah,
not true.
true.
That's a
That
fact.
is not true. That
That's
is not
a fact.
true.
Listen.
That's not true.
I am not jumping out.
That
Nobody
is
grave.
not true. I don't agree at
crazy,
all.
right?
And this is why y'all egos be hurt because y'all really
Women,
think y'all got
women
some
cut
really
their
good
friends off. They'll cut their mama
that's
off.
bitches who
That's
not
not
They'll
true.
put
That's-
fucking
Give you
This-
keys
That's
to the
not
crib.
true.
crib.
That's
Those
a woman
take
who
a
solely
lease on
relies
and
on a
they-
man.
quick, and they gonna
That's
send
That's a
they-
woman
they
who
gonna call you.
solely relies on a man, and that's
a
what
woman who has
she's
no
standing
identity
for.
and a
No,
woman
no,
who's
I'm
not
not gonna have
accustomed to
y'all
good
judging
sex.
no women.
Thank
Chicks
you.
get dick-
I'm not
Thank
gonna
you.
have y'all judging
It's
those
not about.
women.
I'm not judging
They're
her. I'm
trying to
saying
secure
that's
the
what it
bag.
is,
They're
and that's
trying to secure
fine.
the
But
bag.
if you doing
They're
all that,
happy with what they have,
and that's
they're trying to
fine.
secure the
That's
bag.
fine.
That's
But
it.
when you
If
got
you're
things
having
going
dope
on,
sex and you're still struggling, something is wrong. Life gets easier. That's like that. That's like joining forces, right? That's like me saying, "Oh, I got a girlfriend now. I was first single. Life was hard. Now I got a girlfriend. Life's still hard. Break up. Break up.
That's a
Life
relationship.
Life supposed to get easy. You're supposed to get light. You're supposed to have a lighter load. You're not supposed to have a heavier load.
you supposed to have a lighter load because
A
you getting
lighter
good
No.
dick or good pussy.
Yes. People pay for that. You know how many people go to basketball
People
games
do, but
every
that
night,
doesn't
losing
necessarily-
basketball teams sold the fuck out. People love to be into. People pay when they enjoy themselves. They pay comedy shows, movies, Broadway theaters. What are you talking
That's
about?
stuff you could control.
But you gotta
Sex is
remember
different.
also,
this is
men-
personal shit.
You gotta understand the average man like wants to have more than one partners who have reliable sex. They want at least a nice like 5 women.
Not the average man.
Shut up.
Not the black
They
man.
want. Okay, black doesn't count.
No,
He's
black
not
men.
black men.
We the
Okay, black men
don't
don't cheat. They only want one woman. Okay, that's nice. So, so
Average
everyone,
men don't want to line up.
if they can
It's
choose
a
5
myth.
women for a rotation, they
Lies.
want 5 sets of good pussy. These niggas be paying 5 different bitches bills if they got the bag. Trust me, I've seen that shit
This is
happen.
true.
That bill paying shit don't fucking count as, oh my god, I got amazing pussies. You plus 4, bitch. You got a team. The starting 5 is here.
Well, maybe he got 5 average chicks and he giving her amazing dick and he just living off of them. Because it happens.
Yeah.
Then he target, but the,
Niggas
the
keep a
five
lineup of
chick,
5 average chicks so they could benefit and do for
it
him.
be them lonely bitches.
And chicks do that all the time.
It be
Especially
them
if you
lonely
cute.
ones who in the corner. Instagram
Chicks
got
do what?
300 followers. Nobody know her. You know, she got her own house and she don't go out. She nice and simple and no nigga taking her seriously. We could put her in the corner, have in the bag, and just get that bitch to do fuck if I
probably
want.
some of the baddest bitches
I
out
got
here.
some. I got
Baddest
some. I got
bitch don't
some
mean
mean.
nothing. It
I got
don't.
some mean male
just
friends.
a
Son. The
body.
stories niggas telling me. The bitches. I got 3 friends who target women like that. You know what I'm
What?
telling you? Target them like literally women like nah. She got a lot of friends. She got a lot of followers. She in the corner quiet. Yeah,
Yep.
she not. Yeah.
So that's no good.
I'ma
You
fuck
got
around
friends
her.
that pick with women with low self-esteem. That's not cool.
That's not cool, but the bitches give it up all the time. Be in fucking love.
It's chicks with high self-esteem.
These niggas
like,
copy
old
and
niggas
paste.
that
I don't think it even
and
has
a
nothing
nigga
to do with
like
that.
a bum-ass nigga is like, it'd be like a chick like, let's use Bernice for example. And all these niggas want her. She got the bag, but she'd be messing with a bum-ass, crackhead looking nigga who just probably was dicking
That
down
she
forever.
could control because she
Yeah,
don't need the
she
help.
probably be giving him money. Like, it should be like that. I ain't saying that she's doing it, but don't think just because you need a chick with low self-esteem, you know what I'm saying, to digmatize, because the prettiest bitches get digmatized too.
That's
Like,
I
very
think it's just
true.
necessarily
Every day of the
about women relying on men or
Yes.
looking for that. They want that. So because they want that, they attach
just get
themselves
caught
to
up, man.
yeah.
They
but
need
it's
that.
it's
They
about
don't just
yeah.
want it. They
It's
need
attaching
it.
yourself to that man or whatever.
They need it, and it's a limited supplies only.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to men, it's a limited supplies only. Period. So understand, it's in their best interest.
School me. Success,
It's in
school me.
I mean, I'm trying to help you. It's in their best interest to lock in, because imagine a female that's coming out of a long-term relationship. I want to take you on a roll. I want to take you on a stroll through Central Park.
I'm listening.
Follow
Let's
me,
go.
right?
I'm following.
Imagine a female just coming out of a long-term relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, she was dating a decent guy. Let's say she was dating a guy named Black, right? Okay, cool. He graduated from St. Francis College. Never been to jail. Debt free. Well, he owns Sally Mae, but they not gonna get that bread. Drives a nice car. He has no kids. He's 34. He's healthy. No issues. You know what I mean?
Does he have nice teeth?
And he has nice
That's
teeth.
nice teeth.
So now it doesn't work out. They break up. She decides, you know what? Fuck Black, his little short ass. Always talking shit. Always being sarcastic. I need me a 6-foot man. I need me a 6'3" man. NBA star. You know what I mean? That's what she want to go for, right? Now she breaks up with Black Success. Black Success move on, get herself another girl. Life goes on for him. He just continues doing what he's doing. Peter Luger still, Nobu still. Nothing has changed through his years. Check the timeline. So now, this girl here, now it's about how long. What is the duration of time it takes her to find another Black Success? It be years. Most chicks never post another dude that they were post. Remember that dude they were posting for mad years? They never post another dude for 4 or 5 years. It's that hard to go find another dude of that stature. Another dude either equal or better. Because you can't post somebody less. You can't. So to go find another dude equal or better that actually want you, particularly just you, they don't post for another 4 to 5 years. Check any female timeline. Nobody ever bounced back right away. Nobody ever 6 months, 1 year, I got the next guy. No. So it is hard. It is hard, and y'all better secure the bag. When you find that guy that's laying it down, don't worry about his height. Just enjoy the experience. Enjoy the
Don't worry about his height.
And secure the bag.
Secure the
son.
bag.
Yeah, lock him in. Lock him in. Life should be getting better, not harder. If you have men life getting harder, guess what? Cheap hotel, baby. He's there for a few days and he gone. Believe that. Short stay.
Nobody else got anything else?
Silence of the Lambs.
Good job, man.
Motherfucking lamb, son.
Good job, son.
I'll let him have that.
That's good.
I ain't even.
Of course. I gave
Rebuttal
you
Queen is
knowledge.
quiet today.
I gave you
Good,
knowledge.
man.
Can't find
Rebuttal
somebody
Queen
else.
can't rebuttal
If
it.
you
get
can't, if you can't find an upgrade, something's wrong with you.
Facts.
What do you mean?
If
Sometimes
you break up
people
with
can't be
somebody,
upgraded,
actually,
man.
Stop. If you could.
You can
There's
always
always
find
a
an
replay. There's
upgrade.
always somebody else. There's always somebody
Always an
else.
upgrade.
If you can't pull somebody who is equal or better than who you were dealing with, something's wrong with you.
That's not true.
I don't think
about
something's
pulling
wrong
them.
with.
It's how long it takes you to pull them. I'm not saying that they can't pull them.
Lip don't mean anything
They take
though.
a while to pull them. I'm just saying when it comes to men, when it comes to find another dude,
But-
it takes a while to find another dude.
But maybe
of that stature.
because
wait
you
list.
maybe with the
think
situation
so?
it probably
You don't
wasn't.
got no fucking waiting. I ain't gotta have you talking
I
shit
said-
while I'm here. You don't got no waiting list.
I was gonna say, niggas just
Stop.
want fuck. That's
You
it.
got regular degulars. Stop.
Okay, baby.
That wash cars.
Wow.
Stop.
So we're not gonna come for somebody who earns an honest living because they watch guys. We're not gonna fucking
Everybody
do that.
here earn a lot.
We're not
living.
gonna
She's
do that.
defending her
We're not
boo.
gonna fucking do that. You take that back. That's
take that
disrespectful.
back.
that she's
That
defending
was
her
fucking
boo to that.
disrespectful. Don't do that shit. That's not cute.
But everybody here earns an honest living.
Okay,
Nobody-
but you don't
nobody
come like,
selling
oh, you got a
drugs.
regular man, he wash cars. Shut the fuck
No,
up.
you
Don't
say you
do
got
it.
a long line.
Don't
Like
do
you got
it.
a whole bunch of doctors.
Okay,
and
but
something
I have choice also.
everyone have choices.
That's good, but I'm telling you I have choice also.
Everyone
Okay,
has choices.
next question.
But you were saying you had a long line, like you had.
I said what? I said a long line. Did I say I have a long line?
No, you made it seem like it. That's why I
You
said
made
niggas
it
is waiting
seem
to fuck.
like it just
though.
now. We both had the
That's what
same
I said.
reaction.
I said niggas is
Okay,
waiting
baby.
We
to fuck.
both had the same
Okay,
reaction.
honey bunny. Okay.
So somebody lying here.
Okay, baby. I'm lying.
Of course.
As usual.
You ain't lying,
Of course.
nah,
You
you
Okay,
lying.
so can-
You lied on the hot seat. You lying down.
I lie every day, B.
I know.
Oh, you don't want to like
Who, me?
cut
No, we
this?
just
I'm like
clarifying.
I'm the only one like this.
No, we just was talking.
That was me.
I
He
just
would have cut it off.
clarifying.
All right. That was me.
Oh,
just
she's shooting at you.
clarifying.
Son.
Nah.
She shooting at you. She said that was her. You would have cut it off.
He definitely would have.
Cause she talk all the time. My girl don't get to talk like that, and she was standing up for her man. So don't ever disrespect Cookie, nigga. Be fine, girl.
He was on my side.
He definitely was
No,
on
it
his
didn't.
black side.
Cause I said the same thing. I'm just saying, like she said, she
You
had
was
people
on
on
his
the
side.
waiting. Nah, I'm saying niggas just be probably waiting to fuck. Like niggas that act like they did. It's always be them creep niggas like, oh, y'all do everything your man wouldn't do that. But soon as you know what I'm saying, break up, hit, and then it's like ghost. Now you say you be looking and waiting.
Hard time.
But you know, people fall for that shit all the time.
All
It's
the time.
easy. Women
Every day of the week.
playing on women's
But
emotions.
like I
get
was
caught
saying,
up.
Live in the loft.
but like I was saying, at the end of the day, the length doesn't mean anything because maybe it was a situation where she's trying to get herself together and it doesn't, to me, a good man doesn't just, or a good woman or whatever doesn't just fall in your lap like that. Like it's usually a time span, you trying to get yourself together. If you was in a long relationship prior to, maybe you're just taking your time and finding that person, making sure that person is the right person for you. So the length doesn't really mean anything. You don't want to rush into a situation. You want to make sure that the person is right for you before you make that step, and you know what I mean, you learn your lessons. So that's what I'm saying. You see that, right?
No, I'm saying
You
'cause
see that,
it's-
right?
I'm sorry.
But go
Jay.
ahead.
You want to keep going?
No, go ahead.
I wanna get to the
no, go
call-up
ahead.
question.
Get to the call-up
Let
question.
me get to the
Go
call-up
ahead.
question. It's
Go ahead,
7:55.
lie. You can. Go ahead. I don't have a problem. I'm just saying that I rest my case and I proved my point. But go ahead.
I mean,
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Get to.
yes, I would
the
like
call.
to get up to the call.
Let's get up to the call-up question.
All right, this is
Nah,
the
you
call
gotta
up
stop
question.
interrupting her like that, son.
I do it a
Whenever
lot
you
That's
talk,
because
always
she's
what
talk
he
that
does
shit.
that.
She's a rebuttal
For real,
queen,
that's
son.
wild crazy, yo.
It is.
I'm
It's
starting to
mad
get-
crazy. I don't understand.
We
We gonna discuss that during hot seat. We gonna ask
Oh,
questions.
gotcha.
It's okay.
Oh, shit.
But you got time?
Hot Seat
I got
Reloaded
time.
coming up.
I
Hot
got
Seat
time too,
Reloaded
man.
I
third
do
week
too.
in May. Hot Seat
Got a lot of
Reloaded.
unanswered questions,
June
too.
3rd. Make sure you get your tickets for June 3rd, our day party.
June 3rd. Yeah, this is our call up question. Tanya, do the honors. Put the number in the comments, please. I'm gonna read slow for everybody. You and your partner are out at a restaurant with your kid. This is not the other parent, okay? Your kid becomes disrespectful and your partner steps in without your permission and disciplines your child. Are you allowing the discipline to continue or checking your partner?
Ooh, that's a good question.
So call up, y'all. We want to know what you would do in that situation. You're out at a restaurant. Your child is bugging. Your boyfriend, not your child's father or girlfriend, steps in and checks your child. Are you jacking it or you going to check?
Physically check your child.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Just check. Period.
Nah, just check him. Check him.
Gotcha.
Ain't got to be physically. That's not, because that might be too far. Just say, just stepped in and gave him an earful or whatever without your permission.
Gotcha.
Now, you jacking that or you checking your partner?
I'm jacking that. You could do that. Mm-hmm. You could do that. Mm-hmm. The kid is in the wrong. Kid being disrespectful.
Before you even check them?
If I wasn't around to check them, or I let it go on for too long and they felt like it was disrespectful, that's another adult. Mm-hmm. I'm checking someone else. If I'm in the supermarket and a little kid telling me suck his dick, and the parent don't say nothing, I'm checking the kid. Fuck you talking about?
That's different.
That's the same thing. If your kid, you don't know what kind of disrespect your kid is
you're
doing.
You're there. You're out with your partner. He just said you're out with your partner, right? Mm-hmm. And your kid is just being extra. You didn't say anything yet. Your partner stepped in to say something to them before you said something. So
that
you're
means
okay
you
with
took
that.
too long to talk.
You don't know.
Here's my thing.
You can't tell somebody how long they take to check their kid or whatever.
Nah, just because you got a kid don't make you unlimited. You like
it's your
don't
check
kid,
boy.
If
you
I'm
know what you
you're
can
in
tolerate
public,
from
though.
your kid. It don't matter.
You're in public. If I'm out
matter.
if I'm out with somebody's child, and like just saying, if I'm out with my partner and he has children, and his kids are being extra, yo, you don't see your kid, like check your kid. I'm going to him for him to check it. I'm not gonna take it upon myself to say something to those children first. These are your children. Yo, if I feel like they wildin', I'm gonna come to you for you to check it because you're the parent. Yo, check your kids because they bugging over there or they wilding right now. Before I step in, I'm not just gonna step in and say something to somebody else's child because you can't come in and just say something to my child. You can't come in and say something to my child.
I would say
you tell me to check my child.
I would check your kid. If you trust me enough,
then
I'm
gonna check you.
If you trust me enough to be out with your kid, I'm checking your kid, my G.
I've the situation I've been in.
And what you do?
Kid is about to. His father. I've been in a situation like that, and the kid was acting up, and his father, he was a little distance away, but he was still close enough to see, and I was letting the kid wild out. The father came back, and he was so mad at me, and I'll never forget this. He was like, "You saw my child behaving like this, and you let him? As a grown person, you let him act like this?" And he's like, "Makisha, you sleep in my bed. I'm paying part of your bills. We share a lot of space. Why isn't my child something of importance to you? He's still a kid. He still needs guidance. You're an adult. You're in his supervision. You should be able to understand that disciplining him or putting him in check is something that you should do if you care about me. You care about me. You care about him." So
if you're absent, if the parent's not there,
he was still there. He was in.
You check your kid.
He is there, but his thing was if you're in. He's like he was around. He was close enough to discipline him. That's what I'm trying to set up. Mm-hmm. It's like he was out the room somewhere. He was close enough to discipline him, but I was closer to his child. Yeah. And he was like, "Why I gotta be the person coming over here? If you care about me, you care about this little boy so much, and I'm in your life like this, and he's in your life like this. Why are you letting him go crazy?"
Yeah.
That was his thing. His it wasn't about like that type of boundary. It's kind of like, you're supposed to want my child's best interest at heart, and my child being misbehaving is not positive, and you should not promote negative behavior, especially as an adult.
I'm not.
So he got mad. Behavior. I'm telling you. He got mad at me. Like, he got legit mad. He's like, "Damn, like, I thought you cared about this little boy a little bit more." He's like, I felt I could have trusted you around him, and trust includes being able to pull him up when he's going wrong. So he was like, and since then, I mean,
I feel.
I guess that's people's preference.
Like, nah,
because
I guess that's people's preference.
But that was his reasoning. It doesn't make sense.
It makes sense. I get it.
That's what
but
I'm
they're
saying.
saying no.
But then y'all not parents.
Unless
when you get that kid,
only reason I'm checking somebody's child
with the kid.
Listen, no. Only way I check somebody's child is like if they're doing something that could be harmful to themselves. They're playing with a knife, or you know what I'm saying, they about to light some matches. I'm like, nah, chill, son. But if the child start disrespecting the mother, I'm not gonna. Yo, what you doing, little nigga? Nah, it's not my fault. No, that's her child.
There on a date in Applebee's, and the child telling the mother, "Fuck you, bitch."
That's not. I'm not saying nothing to that child.
Wow,
I'm not.
Wow.
That's
I'm not.
crazy.
I can't.
If she can't control her child, what makes you think I can control her child?
But so you're in her life. You're dating her, meaning you are filling out the application to be possible stepdaddy.
Nah, you can't. Don't say nothing to that. I'm telling you, don't say nothing to that woman's child.
That's crazy. You see that? This
I have a step parent.
This is why
I have a step
preferably,
parent.
I don't want to date nobody with kids because this is it's too many rules.
All right, look at this.
Daddy,
But look,
It's not even about
Yeah,
that.
I'm
I have a
Let me
step
go to
parent.
my own
My stepmom has never like chastised us like growing up. She told our dad, and our
Call
dad
up, y'all.
handled
Call up.
us.
Give y'all opinion.
Our dad handled us. In the midst of our dad handling us, if she was there, like if we got disrespectful or something like that, she would give it to my dad to handle. But within that conversation, she'll say whatever she needs to say. Like, I felt this way and blah, 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 blah. But my dad held that down. Because we're his kids, not hers.
Son, my stepmom disciplined me.
And
in front
even
of my mom.
and then our moms would even like if it was a situation like that, like our moms would even step in like, no, you're not disrespecting her, whatever it is. But
Too many rules.
it's not rules. It's a matter of to me it's preference. Because you feel the way you feel. You will let somebody else chastise your kid if you're dealing with them and they could chastise your kid. That's fine. Tanya, fine. Me personally, come to me first and let me deal with my kid or whatever. And like we'll talk about it.
But
Let
if
me
you're
handle. Those are
around-
my kids.
If you're around, so what if they're your kids?
Those
If
are my
you're-
kids.
If you're around,
Hold on,
you
we got
see
our
the
first
kid
call, y'all.
bugging, and you ain't saying nothing, the fuck out of here. I'm gonna say something.
Nah, you can't.
You're bugging. I'm
Hello?
telling you.
Hello.
Brown holy water.
Yeah.
Beat up
What's up?
Beat up her baby father.
Yeah, this is Paul, man.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah. I'm just listening to you guys, man. I'm on the other line. But yeah, when it come on to being a step parent and, you know, you have to deal with, you know, the child, you know, with your partner's kid. I mean, you know, you got to step in.
So if you're in that situation and you see the child disrespecting the mother, like a let's say like a 3-year-old, 4-year-old disrespecting the mother in y'all restaurant, you gonna step in and say something to the child?
Of course. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm already in a situation like that already. All right. My ex, we have a daughter together, and she have a an older son. He's like 14 now, but I was around since he was like 4. So you know, whenever he disrespect her or be rude or whatever, like I step in and I'll be the parent because you're already a parent.
Yeah.
You know, once you're dating that person,
You are a custodial parent.
yeah, once
right?
you're dating that
Pseudo-parent.
person, you know what I'm saying? You're equal to be the person to step in
Yes.
as as the adult and take care of the situation.
Okay. Thanks for calling, bro.
Thank you. I mean, me personally, if somebody is disrespecting my significant, like if the child is disrespecting my significant other, I mean, I would talk to that child or whatever. I'm not going to flip out because that's not my kid. But I would say something if you're disrespecting your parent.
But that's considered discipline, though.
All right, it is, but that's why I said it's preference too. Because if you're being disrespectful, like if you're wilding, if you in a supermarket and you just doing stuff like this and you doing stuff like that, whatever, and you are sitting right there, yo, like you don't see this, I'm gonna give it to you first. If like you gotta handle that, you're the parent, you gotta handle that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I wouldn't step in if I don't see fit or like say something to them, even if it is discipline, because there's different types of
this is what I
discipline.
don't understand.
Talking to them
This
is
is what I
a
don't
different
understand.
situation,
Look.
but you gotta handle that first. I'm coming to you first.
I got you. This is what I don't understand. When you date a female with kids, right? The first thing they say is, hey, it's a package deal. You're not just dating. You can't just date her, right?
They don't say that off
and
rip.
you
Eventually, you grow.
You
into
can't
a
just
package
date
deal.
her. You can't neglect the kid, right?
Yes, you can.
Can't. What the?
What chick can you deal with and just deal with her and not the kid?
You have to grow into
Yeah.
being a part of the kid. She
I
don't
mean,
introduce your
but
kid
you
on
still have to
first
be
day.
considerate of the
I didn't
child.
say-
Date the woman
I didn't
first and
say-
then you
I
get the
didn't-
child.
I
You're
didn't-
still
I didn't
considerate
say the
the
first
child.
day, but
You
come
still
on,
have to
you
consider
understand.
that.
As I
you
said, you
understand
grow
what I-
into
what I-
that.
But
Yeah.
you are out together, so obviously you grew into it.
Facts.
You out together.
You're there. You're there
You
already.
are there. If anyone else take a picture of y'all walking aside, CVS to go get some condoms, it look like a family. Nobody knows that you're just a boyfriend trying to work things out and work your way to get a key. Nobody knows that.
Well,
so
at
the
that
end of
point,
the day,
yeah.
at the end of the day, in that position, if I'm out, if you trust me enough to go out with you and your child, I don't give
Facts.
a fuck what's going on. I'm not
Facts.
asking you nothing. If your child is doing something that I don't want, that I think is bugging, that I think is I'm checking that child. And then when me and you get home and he's in the room or whatever, or she's in the room or whatever, me and you could talk after that. As long as I'm not physically touching I wouldn't physically touch, but if I what the fuck you doing, man? What are you doing? You can say that to somebody's kid.
I remember one time I was
too many rules, man.
That is.
I agree with you, Black. I
bring the
agree
baby
with
daddy
you.
home. But too many rules.
I
too
agree
many
with
rules. It can't be. It's too many rules, yo. That's what got me away from that. And it's too many rules.
And it's going back to my situation.
Man. Shit is crazy. And then we talking about just verbally. We ain't even talk about physical, like physically. Because now you think about it, the shit is crazy. Look how many situations where the step parent killing somebody's kid or something like.
So
even verbally, that's human vice.
Even verbally,
like
I'm just saying, like
look what you're saying.
Verbal, thin ice, yo. Like,
verbal, physical, presence. And then what you call that? And then like status. Where do you fall when you deal with somebody with kids? The kids are coming first, then her family, then her baby. Her baby daddy gotta come before you. So you are walking into being number 7.
Oh God.
Compared to
so let me ask you a question.
Let me ask
you a question. You just saying you deal with somebody, right? You deal with somebody. They have a child. I mean, no. You got a child and you deal with somebody. Right? You're giving them permission to discipline your child, right? But what if you discipline your child differently than they discipline like a child? What if you don't hit your kids, but you're allowing them to discipline your kid and they pop your daughter or something like that?
No, that's a conversation. You see, once I have you around my kids,
we already had
this conversation. Yo, definitely. Listen. First of all, you gotta know you got bad kids. You know if your kid is in special ed. You know if your kid is not good at math. You know your kid is not good at. You already know these things. So I'm already prep talking to you. Yo, listen. Little Junior is crazy. This little nigga is gonna run all around the store. He's gonna knock down, but he love bleach. He like to pour that shit on the floor. I'm giving you all the prerequisites. Yo, this is what it is. I'm telling you now, you got to bug out on this little nigga. He like pow pow. You gotta say pow pow for him to be scared. Whatever it takes. Yep. But you should already know what it is and what this kid come with. Everyone kid is not a fucking angel.
Facts.
And a lot of people treat their kids like adults. Maybe it's because it's another void in the household and they ask the kid, what do you want to eat and all that. I don't do none of that stuff. That's not the way I was raised. You eat what's on that stove or else you go to sleep hungry.
Facts.
That's the way I was raised. So I'm telling you how I'm coming in, and then you can tell me how you operate. And if it clashes, let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
There's no way out. We're making one dinner and making this kid a whole nother dinner because he feel like chicken nuggets. You bugging the fuck out, homie. Bugging the fuck out. Fuck you and your kid. I kick your kid's sandcastle.
Fuck you and your kids.
I kick your kid's sandcastle.
Fuck out of here,
but,
man.
Like, going back to my situation, like, I remember a time we went to a restaurant. After we had that conversation, we went to a restaurant again. And, because his kid loves eating out. Restaurant again, and his kids started acting up, and I have a weird way of disciplining kids. Like, I like to scare them, like a scare tactic. So I took his son was acting. I was like, let's go outside for a walk. We sat outside. He's like, well, we outside. I'm like, well, this is where we sit when people don't behave, right? He's like, there's no food out there. I'm like, yeah, we can't eat though. He said, but I want to eat. Just like, are you gonna behave? He's like, yeah. So you go back inside, and this kid was behaving so well, and his father was just sitting there laughing. He's like, what you did to him? I was like, I didn't do nothing. I just showed him the ropes, and he was like, and his kid behaved so well. So, but his dad was there, it was, and his father welcomed stuff like that because now he feels like he can trust with his child. He could leave me alone with his kids. He knows that I have his kid's best interest at heart. He's like, I don't want you to just think because you're not the parent, you're gonna wait until he basically almost over a cliff to pull him back because I'm standing right here. You should feel a certain care for him, if you care for me. So that's how I was kind of introduced to the full-on, being in somebody's life who has a kid. Mm-hmm. So that's how I approach children. I'm not going to jump in head first, like whatever it is. But once you warm up to there, like I'm going to always look out for your child.
I'll definitely look out for your child.
Always. And that includes also, making sure they do the right thing all the time.
And also, you got to also remember that kids are going to test the waters. They know what routine is. They know if you go to a pre-K class and you miss one thing, if you miss the good morning song, they're going to bug out. We supposed to sing a good morning song right now. But I mean, they're going to bug out. So at the end of the day, kids know what it is. And sometimes they're just trying to test the the waters to see what it is, to see what you're gonna allow them to get away with. That's why you gotta say something. But I leave it up to La and Danny. They're the ones with the kids. I'm childless. I'm just here, you know.
Yeah, y'all two childless motherfuckers telling people
coochie.
Mad shit
I'm
to
just out here
say
tearing up
about
coochie.
kids and no kids.
Tearing up coochie. That's what I do.
That's your ego talking. Shut
Nah,
up,
nigga. I'm over here killing her. I got her right outside.
She probably out there like,
He tell you right
fuck
now.
out of here.
No, she'll let you know. He got that thing.
He's so hard.
He got that thing.
So, but whatever happened to take? It takes a village to raise a kid.
It does take a village, but like it could take a village, but you're not putting your hands on my kid.
But Daddy, we didn't.
With the whole ride
But we didn't say physically touching him. No one is saying I'm gonna smack the back of your man. But if your kid, I think we all should be more responsible for each other's children to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying
I think we should be
I'm not
responsible
saying-
for our children, and then if you feel like give me the opportunity to check my
Women
kid.
want to come here and be in monogamous relationships instead of like Africa when we was in these poly relationships in the whole village. We had
Yeah.
like 8
So
wives and
anyway,
shit. That's what village
So
would
what
take.
you wasn't born then.
Exactly what
My
you
grandfather told me some
So-
shit. Let me
So
stop.
focus on me.
Nah.
I still think
Go,
that
because we wrapping up.
everyone.
Last thoughts, guys.
I still think everyone should take some amount of responsibility for looking out for our kids. This is why this generation is so fucked up. These kids are so indisciplined because everyone is minding their business to a point where you can mind your business, but we've gone to a point where it's almost like a smoke screen is in front of us when kids are doing shit that's wrong. And then you wonder why these kids end up on the wrong side of a narcotic real fast, the wrong side of violence or anything. And
crazy.
it always goes back to, oh, it's your parents' job. Yes, it's your parents' job, but as a fully functioning, grown adult, if you have the power to help a kid especially, help them. Help them.
I got something to say though. I help kids all the time, and it does take a village. And I do help kids, but you can't undo what a parent is doing. So regardless of what the situation is, if a parent disciplines their kid, or if they have a certain upbringing, like I said in the beginning, it all has to do with that parent. You could say but so much because you aren't that person's parent, and especially if they have another active parent. If both of their parents are in their lives and they're allowed to do certain things that you might not agree with, you can only do but so much. That's why I said allow that, whatever that situation is, allow that parent to discipline their child, because regardless of what the situation is, let me deal with it first. If you feel the need, if you feel like there's an issue, then you speak to me about it. But you can only do but so much with my child, just as well as with that other person's child or whatever, like his father or whoever. Mm-hmm. So regardless, so I understand what you're saying, but you have to take into consideration that you got to let a parent be a parent, and they're going to do whatever it is that they need to do for that child as well.
I agreed.
Okay, it was another dope show. We got to wrap it up. You know, I have to go be a dad and get my kids in bed by 9 o'clock. So let's go. Throw them shout outs out.
Shout out to everybody who's watching the show. Don't forget June 3rd is our day party. Get your tickets. They're now. Black been dropping the link in the comments, so just get tickets real quick. Yeah. He did drop it. Focus, sir. Focus. Shout out to.
She defended Nika. Oh man, he's gonna be happy today. He's doing push-ups right now.
Nigga gonna put on some
Kill
crazy.
Black.
He'll put on some good foreplay tonight, boy.
Shout out to my Nico. Level Up Car Wash. Get your car detailed. 347-356-4855. And big things happening for Bad Gyal Tanya within the next week. Look out for it. Shout out to the team. Really good show today. And thank you guys for all the support.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in. Shout out to everybody who's supporting the Sneakers Only movement. Black success. Thank you. La, thank you. And Aisha too. Thank you. Everybody else, Kiara, Adele, love you guys. You can follow me on Instagram at Your Favorite Tomboy, and Tomboy out.
BrownHolyWaterPodcast.com. Get your shirts, hats, hoodies. Get your tickets June 3rd. It is a ticket event. Please have your tickets, because we don't want you to show up to the door and it be capacity and we don't have to turn nobody away. So just get your tickets early while it's cheap. We looking out for the people. We giving complimentary food. 2 hours free sangria.
Facts.
Come out, have a good time.
El
Rooftop.
Jefe
Only thing that
Mexican
can
grill.
fuck up this day is a rainy day, and God ain't gonna do that to me. That's my nigga.
Gotcha.
Handsome15 Instagram, Live Brown Facebook. Holla at your boy. Like I said, June 3rd. We'll see y'all. Black, take us out.
It's your boy Black Success. I know a lot of y'all thinking, and I want to be honest with y'all too. Yeah, I'm a good looking motherfucker. Like, this is just how the cards played out. You know what I mean? Shout out to me. You know what I mean? I was supposed to be on the Shanae side. Now I'm more on the Lance Grossman side. You know what I mean? What? Like, it's Lance Grossman.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's my man. So, yo, listen. Sunday, June 3rd, it is imperative that you get your tickets as soon as possible because we're trying to level up. The ticket prices is going to go up. And we're going to charge more. So if you have $25 now and you know you're coming.
Everybody makes 6 figures.
Go get that $25 ticket now because the price is only going up. We got El Jefe Mexican Grill that's going to be there. They're going to supply y'all with all the tacos, nachos, rice bowls, everything you could think of. They got it all for you. For you can eat up. We got 2-hour bottomless sangria. We got the photos. We got everything coming out. Yave, our sponsor, is going to be in the building. They're going to bring out all the Puerto Ricans to come do the cha-cha slide on all y'all motherfuckers. Sunday, June 3rd, day party. That means you get the party like it's nighttime, but the sun is out.
Real quick, shout out to Yave. They got their drinking BBQs too.
Yeah, and shout out to Yave.
Shout out
They
to
got
Yave.
the tequila and BBQs, every Dallas BBQs. It's in there. Shout out to my man Preach. He been holding us down. We are very
Shout out to
grateful.
Preach.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Preach.
Pat. He was about to pull up because we ain't know if live was gonna come. Shout out to live kids. They in the hallway. About to
Facts.
get them right now. My wife is
He about to
there
go
too.
beat him.
We about to go to hookah. It's Sunday. We gonna spend a little bit of money. We don't got it all. I'm poor, but we gonna spend a little bit of it. We gonna get a little bit more in debt. You know what I mean? Preach, you can take us out of here. Y'all already know what it is. We're going now. I am Black Success. Cody in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Y'all been waiting too long, so I came back this time with a new song. Same old attitude, wanting y'all to sing along. What we talking about? Fill it up and put that thing on. Know we got that brown, holy water. Watch it, y'all been sipping, merch, drop it. Black, blessed, la, pop it. Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Every Sunday at 7, yeah, you can't stop it. Like, share, follow, don't forget to comment. Getting baptized by every topic. Heard we the best, but I ain't the one that gossip. Brown, holy water, watch it. Y'all been sipping, merch, drop it. Black, blessed, la, pop it. Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Brown, holy